Hello! Oh, shoot. Is that too loud? I can't tell. Let me lower this. Hopefully that's good. Okay. Hello! So, my favorite game, Ace Attorney Investigations. So, Ace Attorney Investigations, has only been, DS exclusive, Nintendo DS exclusive, right? It was not in any other, console or anything, right? So you have to buy the specific DS game of it. Then, there's the second game, which is, if I go here, Ace Attorney Investigation 2, which is only Japan exclusive. Meaning it never came to the US, so no one's been able to play it. Unless you play like a fan dub of it. But I've been really excited to play this game. I love Miles Edgeworth. My BRB screen has Miles Edgeworth as on it. So I'm freaking out. I've been waiting for this game forever. There was a demo I did play. I just wanted to try it out because I did play a little bit of what was it called? It was like a Pokemon ROM. There you go, ROM hack. That's what it's called. I did play the ROM hack and it was pixelated, right? Look, they have the pixelated version. You can play as the pixelated version. Or you can play as the new HD version, which came out for this specific game. I'm gonna play HD though, since I want to try that out. But I'm gonna play a new game. I don't know how to delete that. Look, a game. How do I delete the game? Oh, here you go, new game. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Everything old is new. Whoa, they have achievements too? Episode 1, Turnabout Visitor. March 14th, 1:16 a.m. Make sure the defendant is found guilty. What other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor, after all. It may be true, but why? Why go this far? Ooh. Sorry. Maybe I wasn't clear enough. But a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Always have been, always will be. March 14th, 2:05 a.m. Prosecutors Building, 12th floor, hallway. Oh. Oh, this Miles! Mr. Edgeworth! It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office, keeping it clean. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's that smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Oh my god, it's a crime scene! What the? What's the meaning of this? Freeze. Frieza? From Dragon Ball Z? Or Dragon Ball Super? Either one. Identify yourself. Shut up. You got some nerve committing murder in the prosecutor's office. That's not the same guy, is it? That's a different silhouette. Oh! Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one. That's true. My name is Miles Dudgeworth, and I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrust into multiple of cases and some frantic and busy days. March 14th, 2:56 a.m. Oh shoot, it's so weird seeing it in HD. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Aye, aye, sir. Ah! Oh, Gumshoe! Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. Should I do voices? Nah, I'm not gonna do voices. That'd be too hard to do. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct, and the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being. You look a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However, look what they did to your office! It's totally trashed! I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud in my office. There's handprints here. Some cups fell. There's a gunshot here. And the gun! This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Ho-ho! That's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. Time to do some investigating! Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Is it really a coincidence that the murder took place in my office? I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really just say it's a coincidence, can you? No, not really. Especially because of this. The key! The key to your office? For security reasons, this office door has a lock built into it. What do you mean, sir? If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you. Logic? Come on, Gumshoe. By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. And that is the end result of using logic. So how do you use it? Okay, Gumshoe. First, I recall the information we've gathered with Q, and then I connect them together with T. Now to use Q to recall the facts. Okay. Is it really a coincidence that the murder... Okay... It can't be a coincidence because they need the key to open up the office anyways. Plus, it's the only options I could do, so. Doing many things, or things my way, Yeah, I keep getting new. I want to see the achievements. What achievements are there? 30 achievements. Jesus Christ. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Which means it would have been very hard for a murderer and a victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of the crime as mere coincidence. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. If I think carefully before piecing the leads together, the logic should flow. Oh, shoot. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir! Finally! The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply use space when I'm next to it. Just use T, okay? I gave you great, precise advice as an ace investigator. And to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Whoa, he's moving! Dang, he's speeding around the office. Okay. Hello. Oh. Hello. Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary, sir. And yet there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Veranilin. Thank you for following, Veranilin. I don't know how to say your name, sorry. Thank you, Veranlin. Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. Ooh, interesting. Hold on. I'm getting a text from my friend. Ah, this mysterious gun on the floor. I wonder if it involves the crime scene. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of the gun here. I don't know. That silhouette was clearly someone different, I think. Okay, hold on. I gotta let me answer to my friend. Hold on. What the frick? Okay. Let's see. Okay, back to it. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know. I was issued this exact same model, I think. Detective. I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize you. So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives. Okay. So it could have been a cop. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return. No, I'm not looking at this couch. That thing looks a billion times softer than my master of the home. Can I sit on it too? Just a little while, sir. Detective Gumshoe, we can't allow that. Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest. You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be a real trooper to the end. Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. Oh, wait, speaking of, his mattress. Oh. The victim. He's the victim, and that's Gumshoe. Called, sir? That was anything? Oh, interesting. Okay, hold on. I gotta... Okay, save real quick, because I want to show something. Alright, yeah. Okay, back to title, yeah. So, speaking of Gumshoe's mattress, I realized something. So, there's this gallery, right? It's a new addition to this game. It shows some pretty cool things. I haven't explored it all yet. Oh, the achievements. That's pretty cool. Is that... That's right. Oh, shoot. Okay. Photo album, nothing yet. Documentation. So, they have all these things, right? What is this? Ooh, what the heck? Pearl? When did Pearl get here? Special exhibits. I saw this. This little comic. They added a little comic here. And look how he's sleeping in a sleeping bag. Gumshoe's freaking sleep. This concrete. Look at this. Look at how he lives. Oh my god. Compared to Edgeworth. My god. Gumshoe, you gotta get yourself. I mean, he probably needs more money, honestly. Okay. Okay, yeah, the revolver. Yeah. Oh, it's the... What was his name? The Samurai Man. Steel Samurai, that was his called. Well, it's a good thing my Steel Samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? Well, I don't know much about it myself, but... The hero of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo-Old Tokyo, was the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production value and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Spin-offs like Pink Princess Warrior of Little Old Tokyo and the Nickel Samurai. Along with a deluge of merchandise, even a new stage show gives it presence. You sure know a lot. Are you sure you're not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not! Oh, look at him! Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to investigation. I remember this. This is part of a different case. Oh, it's a trophy. The Knight of the Prosecutors, right? King of Prosecutors. It's not a trophy. It's a shield. They only send this to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes, but I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that's something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir. I'm gonna try saying that sometime. Unfortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth to me. Watch out for the teacup fragments there, sir. A killer's gonna pay. This tea set doesn't really matter with this. This tea set is very dear to my heart. It can only be bought in England. It costs more than your whole month's paycheck. What? Now I feel like the killer's wasted one of my monthly paychecks. Hello. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. Okay. I guess the only other thing to do is check on the actual dead body. They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Ah, okay. Let's see. The books. Your files are all over the place, sir. They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and the killer. Signs of a struggle. Okay. There's a clear thingamajig on the floor here. And I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in this. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I water the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I come in and clean this place until it sparkled. Does he have a life? Let's see. Uh-oh. I see that. Shoe. Gumshoe. Why is Gumshoe's name there? I know it can't be Gumshoe, because Gumshoe would never do this. I don't believe it! I packed those files all on those shelves so tightly that not even an earthquake could make them fall off. But just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the house won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all. Problem to be sure. Once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf. Okay. First, let's look at this. What's what you have here? Hey, I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh! Oh, hey, I have the exact same thing, actually. What a coinkydink. Let's take a look inside. Ooh. Buddy Faith. Detective. Mr. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. Okay. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to commonly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other. Wait, no, I haven't explored the body yet. Let's see here. There's blood all over this lower abdominal area. It looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area here. In other words, he was shot. Yep, and until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. Bullet went clean through the victim's body. The body was found at around 2:05 a.m. Are you gonna be okay with keeping tracks of the evidence we found, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. I keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press E to open my organizer. Crime scene notes. Yeah. Buddy Faith, age 29. Detective Gumshoe, age 32. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hands too. Oh, right. I forgot to mute Discord. Okay. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often. Okie dokie, we've checked the body. Nothing else to note here. Okay. The killer's goal, signs of struggle, revolver. The revolver must have been the detectives. Whoa! The revolver, the standard model used by detectives. Could that have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir! On it now, sir! Excuse me, pal. Let's see. What have we got here? Oh! A holster! This guy's wearing a gun holster! So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Ah, signs of a struggle. Struggle of the gun. I see, I see. It can be assumed that this gun is the murder weapon. It was issued to the victim. Let's see what else we can find about this revolver. As I always say, you gotta look really carefully at each piece of evidence. Use, okay, the arrow keys to rotate an object. Use Q and E to zoom in and get out at the nitty gritty. Oh. Okay, well there's obviously bullets in it. One of the rounds was fired. 5 rounds? That's a weird revolver. Wow, so the killer killed the Vic with just one shot after wrestling the gun from him. Sounds like the guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. I guess this is about all we're gonna find out. We should send the body to Jim! That's the guy! That's the murderer! Why, oh why? How could this have happened to the guy like you? Self-report! Oh no, well... I guess Edward reported, but no, he's trying to. Oh shoot! Are you all right? Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Just let me be. Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk to about him like he's just some lump of flesh. You're the one who killed him, man. Don't do this. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Sure, just in a blood-stained suit, pal. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Well, yes, I am. I'm Jax Porchman. Jax. Okay. Prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime busting. I am Miles Edgeworth. And like you, I am also a prosecutor. Detective Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office. Yes, that's correct. And it was you! You're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. The only owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I'm not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who could get in here was me. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means. So it's you then. You're Jim's killer. No, wait, pal. You got it all wrong. Everyone calm down. Ooh. Mr. Porchman, correct? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are the one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all of the rumors about you. You're a great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? I don't like this guy. Pleasure to work with you. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all. Thank you, I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there! Sir! Oh. Okay. I want you to capture the scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner Jim. Okay. Probably giving him some space. Well, I think we lost access to the body. But I can finally look at this. Your jacket, sir! What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten him by firing around. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well. Wait a minute. There was only one shot fired in the gun. So I was right. The silhouette guy is a completely different guy with a completely different gun. That's the only explanation. They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made yourself your prosecutorial debut in? What if they had shot through it? It would have been a disaster. Not worth getting worked over, detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I think you haven't noticed it yet, detective. There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us. Really? I know! I know! Did I say contradiction? You must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. You mean Wright? You mean Phoenix Wright? By my own methods, and I'll conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence or seems off, that's when the detective skills come in play. First, I have to find a spot that holds the contradiction. The bullet hole! This is it! The bullet hole is where the contradiction lies. When I spot something off, I should point cursor and press T. When I have found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. The victim's gun. Ah! 29. Oh, they're the same age. Jax Portman. I prosecutor with my prosecutor's with his prosecutor's office. My first time speaking with him. Whoa, I can see the other side of it. His badge design is set to reflect the I can't speak. Relentlessness and discipline of law enforcement. It comes with the authority vested in us as strict prosecutors of law. Okay. To wear it is to identify oneself as prosecutor, but I have no interest in doing so. Each prosecutor badge is engraved with the number of its owner on the back. Numbers, as if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. Interesting. Okay. So first off, there's only one. Looks like only one round is fired from this. Oh yeah, I wrote this. Present? How do I present? Or T present. This bullet hole. It's a contradiction! What? What do you mean? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. That's true! The first, felled the victim. Yep. The second shot the frame. Hey, that's right! However, this gun was only fired once! Hey, that's true too. Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Does the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? That won't make sense. Why would he steal the other gun? By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? Yeah, I noticed that too. Ah, that's the secret safe. A secret safe? Oh, I smell money. I'll spare the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move the frame out of the way. Roger that, sir. Talk about dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. I had no idea there's a safe here. Or I kept it clean for you. So when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor office has one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. Each prosecutor has one in their office. Only they know of them. Trial evidence use. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Okay, 1. There's a weird mark here. Now this is odd. You found something, sir? This keypad. Did you find it a bit too clean? Yeah! There's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift a single fingerprint. Looks like it was all wiped down well. Ooh. Each prosecutor has one in their office. Okay. Prints were wiped. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and confidently connect the dots with the information we have. Okay. Very interesting, very interesting. He calls her. Notice anything about the investigation, the info I gathered. Okay. Sorry, Gumshoe, but I don't need your help right now. Wiped fingerprints. Another handgun. The killer's goal would be whatever's in the vault, right? Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. I believe I figured out what the murderer was after. Well, what is this, sir? The fact that the safe was wiped of fingerprints suggests the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. Okay. That makes sense. Wait. Hold on. I'm gonna go turn on the AC. It's crazy hot in here. Okay. I also got myself water. Let me get a chug of water real quick. Okie dokie. Changes what the other piece of information can tell me about this crime. Motive theft. Another handgun. I guess the motive would be theft. I don't... Other than the victim's gun that I found, could there be another gun in play here? No. Well, the thing is... Oh, I don't know. I don't think there's anything left for right now. Is there? Shoot. Maybe I was right. Hopefully this works. No, I knew it! Oh my god. Not exactly. Yeah, I know! That doesn't make sense! But what else am I supposed to do? Just keep investigating? Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Hello! Are you done here? Mr. Portsman, a word if I may. Jim, I swear, I'll find a killer and bring them to justice. You wait and see. It'll be for the both of us. Now then, you wanted to talk to me about something? No, that's alright. I feel like I'm interrupting their conversation. Okay. I've already, but I never heard to look again. Yeah, I've already explored this. Maybe it's something with the signs of a struggle? I doubt the signs of the struggle would... I mean, I guess, but like... Oh, okay, sure. There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, right, because he probably tried looking for files and just threw it on the floor. Oh, you mean like it could be from, when the killer tries to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm gonna shove the files like you've never seen before, even at a library. Sure, let's give it that try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And, so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? First, we calmly restore the files to the rightful place. You got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here, and the book goes there. You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal. Okay, done. 1, 2... Huh? That don't make sense. It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here. That don't make sense. Blood stains on the bookshelves are still fresh. I suspect that the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. And then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor kind of grossing me out. Detective. I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. Well, you know I'm not good with blood, sir. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. And there is something wrong! The bullet's down here! If he died standing up and he got shot in the, like, belly, then it must have been, like... It's handed right here, so it must have been, like, right here. Did Gumshoe mess up the order of the books? Okay, first off, the bullet hole. So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a file's spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. Ooh. Then I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. That makes sense. The victim's handprints. He must have tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot. There are prints on the floor too. Those must have been made when, unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor. Yep. I put them all back, just as they should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing. Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder, they found what they were looking for? No! You're missing the whole point, Edgeworth! It appears that the victim was in the same position here after being shot. Oh! So that's why the seats of the victim's pants have blood on it. Of course, yeah. That would be the logical conclusion. The killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf. The blood on the this guy's pants proved that pretty well. In a sense, I suppose. See, I'm not completely useless, Mr. Edgeworth. Deduce. Okay, one, it can't have lodged down there. That means the books have been misplaced. Eureka! Eureka! There's clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? You don't see? Point simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up. What if this guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing here when he was shot. Whoa! Wow. It's as if I just thought of that. Then that means... Wait, what does that mean, sir? It means you use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. Dang, Edgeworth. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem? The order of the files! Keep getting pings. Jeez. I believe the order of the files is a bit off. I mean, I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir. Oh? Yeah. You see here how the files that were shot begin with the number 0? What are those doing all the way down there? That's the 1, 2, and 3. That's really weird. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. But the numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so they're arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. So that's it. I believe that the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you did, detective. Let's rearrange the files in a numerical order and see what we find out. Yep, there it is. Do you think it'd be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved? He finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. Oh, I see that, I see that. Interesting. As I suspected, the bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith. And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly. And then proceeded to shoot the victim. Why would someone kill a man and then look through their files one more time? Puzzling indeed. Files were thrown into disarray twice. Once before and once after the crime scene, but why? That is pretty interesting. Now the crime scene is at it was when the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. Well, the huge this thing message of Gumshoe's name. This is. What is that? Why does it say Gumshoe on there in blood? I say that's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed. No, wait. There's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me. Say something, sir. It appears that one of my files was stolen. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is this what the killer was really after? Stolen file data jotted down. Yeah. O F G H I O 0H is missing. Investigation complete. Sick. Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is a guilty party. If you are going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have proof to back it up. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't it, you say? They could have been forged! If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it! Porchman! You son of a gun! I ain't letting you get Gumshoe down the drain! I don't know the saying. I ain't letting you take down Gumshoe! Not without a fight! He's my boy! I don't like this game one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. There must be some sort of flaw to this logic waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edgeworth, What are you doing? What are you gonna do? Don't worry, Gumshoe. I got you. I got you. What I always do in court, I'm gonna cross-examine him. Okay. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with his technique. Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain to me, sir? I might as well. Oh, Geo! Hi, Geo. How you doing? What is this game? It's Ace Attorney Investigations. It's a remake of a very old Nintendo DS game. And I just love Ace Attorney in general, so I'm playing it because I love Miles Edgeworth. My BRB screen, it literally has Miles Edgeworth on the right here. It's like angry. That's from the first Ace Attorney game, or the remake, whatever it is. Yeah. So I'm playing this now, so might as well. I've been enjoying it. First, I listen to a witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open my organizer with E and presented the piece of contradictory evidence. Okay, bye, Geo. See you later. To present something, I simply use T, but that's old news. But it's not like there's gonna be a flaw in their testimony every time, right? Correct. And at those times, I need to press the witness with Q. You gotta press them, yes. Sometimes by pressing, I can draw new information. The new or modified testimony. I think I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try this technique out during investigations too. Very well. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Let's do this! You're going down, Portsman! Detective Gumshoe. You stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, he didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. It would be his final words that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to this killer. You can hear Jim's words, or Jim's voice, and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing the words, Portsman? There's no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I'll find the flaw in this man's logic. I will! I will never let Gumshoe down! And expose it with credible evidence. Okay, rebuttal. Press and present. Furthermore, okay, wait. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from the you stole Jim's gun and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up files and make it look like you committed the theft yourself. Wait. That don't sound right. Let me think. No, there's no way. Because the files... Okay, one... Why would... Okay, let's press him, because that makes no sense. Why would Gumshoe steal his gun when he has a gun of his own? He's also a detective. You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask. What is it? How do you call the victim Jim? And clearly his name is Buddy Faith. Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jocks and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly? But Jim isn't even close to the guy's real name. Well, Jocks and Buddy just sounds off and somehow. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys that decided to nickname Jim. He talked about the victim like he was his pet. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you committed the theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. So it was organized properly by it being at the bottom, but then it was messed up, then put back in place. Then he got shot. Then it was ravaged again, and then put back in place. Okay. He didn't notice the blade letters his body was hiding. Wait a minute, no! There's no way he could have No, because obviously it's not Gumshoe. I know it's not Gumshoe, it's him. I saw the cutscene. But no, that doesn't make sense because first off, Gumshoe would have obviously seen the red blood-stained writing on the books because the missing book would have the rest of the letters. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the blade letters. No. You ain't fooling me, jocks. Yeah. Objection! Objection! I got a new achievement. Objection! That's the achievement name. This is so awesome. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there's a serious flaw in your logic. Ha! Bring in a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem. Yeah, I can't speak. I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. Haha! If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Ooh, nice comeback. Do you still not see it? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible! What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on the shelf are all about the certain case. When the killer wants to take the file after murdering your partner. Okay. I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines! Objection! What? It's possible that they could have been taking the file before committing the murder. No, it would not be possible! I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. Yes. Thanks, Edgeworth. The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof. Yeah. I mean, the S is gone. There's only half an H. If Detective Gumshoe really was the cover of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as the detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Which means, what exactly does that make this dying message? It makes it a work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene. That's so low. I can't believe the criminals tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir. I'm gonna get him, sir. You'll see. I'm gonna have him under arrest in no time. Well, Mr. Portsman? Brilliant. Absolutely splendid. Logic deserving of Olympic gold. I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. You win some, you lose some. That's how life goes. Glad everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. But you know, it's really a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up. However, what is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? Hear me for a second. Who has the key to this? Oh, shoot. That is true. Gumshoe was the only one who had the key. So then how would they enter? I haven't heard of any forced entry. There is no broken lock. That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth, just prove that I'm innocent, pal. Whoa, he's got a lab coat now? That's absolutely right. And I acknowledge your innocence. And why do I sense that you still have something to say? Okay. I was thinking, do you know there was one other person with a key to this office? One other person. Hey, you there. Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Could you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? A lady? The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as material witness. Security? You say security? No, stop it, pal, don't! What's wrong with him all of a sudden? That Maggie Pie? I believe she intends an initial introduction. I've called upon... Oh, Maggie Bride, not Maggie Pie. Or Maggie Bird. I've called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security. Oh! How the frick do you have feathers on you? Detective Gumshoe, sir! Maggie! I remember, Gumshoe had a crush on her, doesn't he? Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight. I see, and your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key! Which can open all the office doors in the building. What? What? If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to the room is Miss Bird. How dare you! How dare you! I would never sneak into someone's office or someone's room. That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it. Can we take it as a confession, Detective? Well, it wasn't really me, but oh, I should probably do voices. I guess I'll keep trying doing voices. Well, it wasn't really me, but definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, you'd have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime. And for one simple reason. Reason for suspicion. Oh, shoot. Now I cross-examine. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door. Then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. Ooh. So you're saying she used the master key? Master key data jotted down in my organizer. This can open every office door. Its use is controlled by security staff. Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claim about the evidence earlier as well. That is true. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. I don't like this guy. It's all about your reflexes and your reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. Reason for suspicion. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. Okay. It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. Top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? You're all the more proud that she was the one who faked the dying message. Okay. Why would she do that?
Hold it!
That don't make sense. By dying message, you mean the bloody letters that spell out Gumshoe? I figured that whoever wrote his name must have wanted to frame him. And just the act of choosing his name is proof enough that the two knew each other. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence. I would love to, but first we should listen a bit more and digest what are you saying. Yeah. Probably obvious that Miss Bird. Yeah. Why would she do that though? Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. I hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated. What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal. You can't really trust her not to tell lies, plus I hate wasting time. Should I hear Miss Bird out? Yes, of course. Ask for more details. Yeah. Not so fast. I am too interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say. Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. I'll be the judge of that, Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered the master key was missing at around 1 AM, sir. 1 AM. What do you mean by missing? As in, it wasn't anyone in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Interesting. Mr. Porchman, I believe this has to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? I can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
Oh, shut up, Porchman. If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now. I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. A likely story. Where's your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again. I never lose things. I can probably guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me. You don't want to test just how bad our luck is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But... You still haven't established, Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I don't know. I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried to save. It is as Mr. Porchman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that, the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time for a counterattack with a few facts of my own. Okay. That's a new piece of testimony. Let's press. I concur that the culprit's motive appears to have been thievery. However, glad to hear that the great Mouse Edgeworth is in agreement with literal me. However, with regard to the investigation of the bookshelves and safe, hey, good thinking. Asking for my opinion on the matter. Would it be too much for you to allow me to complete a full sentence? I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, that leaves Miss Bird as the prime suspect. Top of which, she knows are a good detective, doesn't she? But... murder? And she doesn't have a gun. She's only security, not police. She doesn't... Maggie doesn't know about the safe's existence.
Objection!
Objection! There's no way she could have known that, because Maggie's not a prosecutor. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth after all. Shut up, Porchman! You're illogical! It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyways. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors! Whoa! I found it a little hard to believe that the hidden safe was part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only a bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Ooh, we got you there, Porchman. Yeah, even I didn't know about the safe, pal. That means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. Then, are you proposing that the killer is the prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. Ooh, we're getting to him. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now? Curses! Why? What made you? What's with the angry face all of a sudden? It's all my fault. Huh? What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of secret safes. So, no, buddy. Now you're trying to blame Jim? Or, I mean, Buddy? His name's not Jim. You're trying to blame Buddy on stealing? And then whoever the murderer is killed him. So it wasn't the murderer that was bullying. It was... Or, I meant... bullying. It wasn't the murderer that was stealing. It was Buddy. No, but that's not possible. We already know that it's Jocks, right? You know about the existence of the secret safes. What did you just say? We're partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. Then that means, yeah, I know. I had only just told him too. Obviously, it was wrong for me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief. Yeah, that's not. No, that's not. You can't do that. Sully his name as the thief. That you can't do that. He was a respectable detective. You're simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird. Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit far, even in your risky profession. What the? Still accusing Maggie of the murder? Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense. Oh, pleading self-defense. Nuh-uh, Jocks. Nuh-uh. No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to his office. Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Ah! Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us, unless... Well, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him. Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. Has he no honor? Now then, I think we're done. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind to see yourselves out? You can't kick us out! This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. Ah, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. What? You're all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run the show. Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit! Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But sir! We have no choice but to accommodate his request for now. Haha! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. No, Jax, you ain't getting away this easily. Now then, if you would remove yourselves from the crime scene, I would be most grateful. Mark my words, Mr. Porchman. We will meet again. If that's a formal request from a legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now I don't don't disappoint me, you hear? God, I can't speak. To be continued! No! Wait. How do I get rid of that? March 14th, 4:18 a.m. Wait, how about I take a break? Options. Theater. I don't want, no, wait, how do I? No, I want to delete that. Or is that specifically from the, no, that's most likely from the whatchamacallit, the demo, there you go. It's probably most likely from the demo. Objection! Oh, that's so cool. Oh. Photo album? Nothing from the photo album, which is strange. Character compendium? I'm guessing these fill out when the thing ends, right? Documentation. I wonder if I will unlock more. I'm not sure. But yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna take a break here since it's a to be continued. I'll continue maybe a little later today. Cause I wanna get something to eat. I'm starving. So we'll carry on till then. Or we'll carry on after then. Whatever, yeah. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.